Alrighty, I want to show you what is group stalking. This minion, operating a vehicle of the municipality license 1607590, follows me around the bend where the entity knows that I'm documenting license plate. So as I walk over here, understand also the intent is to maintain light in the path, maintain presence in the path. This is the municipality engaging in federal stalking. These are demons that manifest light, molest me with light, stalking in a municipal vehicle. This is the city of Ontario engaging the P.O.C. And what is significant is what you'll observe above the head of this demon that's engaging in stalking in plain sight, which is the grounds of federal prison. They're monitoring group stalking with the Ontario police. The fake sun that's right here over also the venue that is the Ontario OVITT Family Community Library. I want to be clear, not only is the sun not present at this time where I am here, for example, 7:50 in the morning, and by here I'm meaning I'm standing at the Ontario Town Square. This is the same position of what would be the sun, all right? The sun over this building versus over the field over my head as I'm at the Ontario Town Square. That's an impossible occurrence. The light source is remaining over me as today I remain in Ontario. It's also impossible as I remain in Upland, California, as I documented yesterday, and the light source is definitely remaining over me in Upland, California. This is what is present amongst directed light, okay? License 8BMU083. You've got another bum that is engaging in audible activity creation. How can I help you?
You move on over. You're gonna bring the.
Do you drive this vehicle?
No, I don't.
So why are you standing over here minding me? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? All right, that's a distraction. That's P.O.C. They're monitoring together. I want to be clear on that. This is group stalking activity creation, while this one is engaging in what is passive presence. This one's focusing on me. Don't be distracted. They're doing so in directed light and under the fake sun. What is also an impossibility? While this demon is helping this demon, creating activity creation, you have what is the entity that is placing a fake sun where they are using a municipal a vehicle of the municipality, operation of a communication device under the fake sun, directed light flashing across the car, and doing so at 9:35. If you'll recall my placement inside of a very precise location in Pomona, inside of 101 Mission Boulevard, the Starbucks in Pomona, California, where I remain as I documented that in Pomona, California. That is under no circumstances going to be over the building of the Ontario OVITT Family Community Library. This is the same venue where the entity is keeping a fake sun well after 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. This is documented already. These are demons who cross paths with directed light, 7HCE681, monitoring with a minion who stops in a vehicle to engage in surveillance. This is the conduct of a psychopath. There is no persuasive, there's no passive presence. This is the entity that's stalking, hovering by helicopters everywhere I go, and this is the entity that is acting with the entity that is following by helicopters. The entity is group stalking by the Ontario Police, monitoring with the Ontario Police Department, and this is the hallmark. The entity's light source is over me in Upland, California as I'm documenting in still images. I'm at the Veterans Monument. This is not occurring at the same time. I'm also here, which is in front of the Ontario OVITT Family Community Library, where the entity is keeping a fake sun, as I am at the same street where motor in. That's where I'm documenting the fake sun. The entity's stalking with flashing light. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the same street, okay? Not the sun. Caltrans is doing nothing but crossing path with directed light. That's a state actor. This is a state actor as well. This is what state surveillance is made up of, and this is the grounds of federal prison while you're stalking in plain sight. Monitoring with another random bum who's focused on me, helping him. They on the surface appear as though they don't know each other. Let me be clear, they're monitoring together, all right? And this is the impossible placement of what is a light source. I'm also documenting using the time of what is 9:35 while I'm in Montclair, California, not going to be over the roof of the Ontario OVITT Family Community Library, where the entity is already documented keeping a light source, which is not possibly the sun, the unnatural environment, for the duration of the day, specifically over those 280 North Lemon apartments. And this demon is pulling up next to me, looking at paperwork while stalking another. This is showing the disturbed mindset. This is the personality of Satan. You're going to remember what is 1607590, but like I said, you don't have to, Satan doesn't have to look at you. You don't have to get them to say anything to you. Whatever they do say, you prosecute them based on it, all right? They want to engage in threatening speech, engage in criminal summoning while they're group stalking, you prosecute for that. But this in and of itself is federal prison. This is a stalker, all right? Under what is the direct evidence of it, and maintaining presence on behalf of that entity, or while they're doing so under what is that direct evidence? That's directed light, okay? That's impossible light. That's a demon in a the municipality's vehicle. The city of Ontario, where Sean Thrasher engaged in criminal summoning. Let's be clear, February 4th, 2022. It's 9:39 a.m. On February 4th, 2022, where was the fake sun? Okay, as I walk out of this entrance, and Sean Thrasher has engaged in criminal summoning, you have what is the fake sun that's directly over this apartment building, 280 North Lemon Apartments. Okay, the light source, that is impossible in and of itself, as I'm documenting the light source that's over this same library in alignment to me at 7:35 in the morning, 7:36 in the morning. It's present set as though the sun is setting into the inside of the OVITT Family Community Library, 11:24 in the morning. The fake sun is right here. That's 2 hours from now. And so where's the sun going to be? It's going to move right over here, which is the direction south to be over the 280 North Lemon Apartments. Is that supposed to be the sun? But what about the fact that it's remaining over the roof of the Upland Public Library? That's the totality of the documentation, showing what is not the sun under any circumstances, showing what's also not sunlight, while demons like the City of Ontario are maintaining presence. Demons like Southwest Airlines are engaging in group stalking, maintaining relevant positioning while the light source is directly over me. February 4, 2022, where this entity engaged in criminal summoning minions such as Natasha and minions such as Sean Thrasher, grounds of federal prison, and the Ontario police, who are documented under a fake sun. They're engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring, while then seeking to engage in what is obstruction of justice. This is terrorizing you. This is threatening your liberty. This is threatening your safety, while you're summoning the demon-possessed Ontario police, who are demonstrating their ongoing stalking obsession. This very venue where the entity is stalking day in and day out by helicopter. This is where the entity's fake sun is, right here at 9:35 a.m. and not at the same time over me through the window of Starbucks in Pomona, California, and also not remaining for the duration of the day, and also 2 hours later over the apartment building that's adjacent to it. But the entity does that because it's engaged in surveillance. This is the same street, like I said, 1124 documentation on the same street at the same location where I was at the Motor Inn at 111 Lemon Avenue at 3:25 in the afternoon. That's not the sun either. And by the way, that's in the direction south. That is no migration in any movement with what would be the actual sun, as we're supposedly told, which are surrounded by what are scientific facts as to how the environment around us operates. That is movement what is south, remaining on the same exact street, by the way. No movement west whatsoever. And when the entity does engage in what is west, what's it doing? Keeping it in alignment with this entrance right here, as though the sun is setting, aiming light inside. That's exactly what you saw at the Fontana Lewis Library. That's exactly what I'm showing you inside of the Upland Public Library. That's exactly what I showed you inside of the Chino Branch Library. That's the pattern of stalking with light. It's absolutely impossible. And the entity is doing nothing other than remaining with light. The fake sun is over the building, and then the fake sun is then in front of the building or beside of the building and aiming light into the building. All right, that's the pattern of conduct. It is currently 9:42 a.m. and I want to document this. That's the City of Ontario, the obsessed stalker. And then you've got some random bum who's coming over here aiding the minion that's acting like he's oblivious to my presence. All right, he's not. He's stalking. He's maintaining presence and doing so under what is the direct evidence of what's not possibly the sun over me at this venue at 7:35 in the morning. That's prior to daylight savings time, so that would be about 8:35 in the morning now. The entity is keeping the fake sun before daylight savings time, 11:24 a.m. over this building right here upon criminal summoning on February 4th. The entity during daylight savings time, which would be 2:26 p.m., but it's captured during the 3 o'clock hour under daylight savings time on the same street in the afternoon. That's stalking with a fake sun, and none of this is occurring while the entity is keeping a fake sun over Upland. And it's necessarily a fake sun because the sun is not remaining over all of these addresses at the same time on the same street for the duration of the day, nor is it remaining over one single address for the duration of the day. It's mutually exclusive presence. It's stalking with light. In the same way that the people of the state are, as you see, directed light. This is P.O.C.